Clint Eastwood harshly criticized the Hollywood actors and revealed some insane insights about what is going on behind the doors of Hollywood. The things that Eastwood revealed about how people treat each other and the terrible things that they are doing are insane. Then Eastwood mocked Hollywood actors and shared stories of how he was treated very unfairly by actors and very famous Hollywood celebrities when he was not that famous in the beginning. This is an interesting story, so let's explain everything. So recently, Clint Eastwood made a very unexpected statement about what is going on behind the doors of Hollywood and stated that he was astonished by the immoral behavior of Hollywood actors. Eastwood stated that he has observed arrogance among some Hollywood stars, particularly in the 90s. As someone who was on a television show and was a star, he has seen stars treating others as unfairly, being disrespectful and dismissive because they had power. Yet these stars would turn on the charm when executives were around. Eastwood has experienced this firsthand and noted it was common, especially among very famous Hollywood celebrities that people admire and love. For instance, Phil Hartman was initially standoffish and superior when he joined news radio, reflecting the cutthroat environment he came from. This star culture, where some act like royalty while treating others poorly, has created a creepy and unpleasant atmosphere in Hollywood. In response about this situation, Eastwood said, "I got to be around a lot of stars. There was a way that some of them would treat you. They would let you know that you are subhuman, that you are below them." Also, Eastwood famously said about Hollywood actors at the Republican National Convention, "People are thinking, what's a movie tradesman doing out here? You know, they are all left-wingers out there. At least that is what people think, but that is not really the case. There are a lot of conservative people, a lot of moderate people, Republicans, Democrats in Hollywood. Believe me, they are there. These people are all like-minded, like all of us. Something that I think is very important, it is that we own this country. And whether you are a Democrat or whether you are a Republican or whether you're libertarian or whatever, you are the best, and we should not ever forget that." But as Eastwood admits, there are a lot of Hollywood celebrities that he does not like and has conflicts with a lot of them. This conflict between Eastwood and Hollywood actors started many years ago. That's when the conflict between Clint Eastwood and Sandrine Lock, once one of Hollywood's most famous couples, began after their 14-year relationship ended in the late 1980s. The two met on the set of The Outlaw Josie Wales in 1975, and Lock became Eastwood's longtime partner, starring alongside him in several films. However, their relationship soured, leading to a bitter and highly publicized legal battle. Lock sued Eastwood for palimony in 1989, claiming that he had promised to support her financially, even though they were never legally married. The lawsuit brought to light the complexities of their relationship, with Lock accusing Eastwood of emotional and financial manipulation. In 1996, Lock filed a second lawsuit against Eastwood, this time for fraud, accusing him of sabotaging her directing career. Lock claimed that after their breakup, Eastwood set up a phony film deal for her at Warner Brothers, which was never meant to be realized. She alleged that Eastwood used his influence to block her from getting any of the projects off the ground, effectively blacklisting her in Hollywood. This lawsuit further intensified the animosity between the two, as Lock sought to hold Eastwood accountable for what she saw as deliberate actions to ruin her career. Both lawsuits were eventually settled out of court, with Eastwood reportedly paying Lock a significant sum of money. However, the conflict left a lasting impact on both their lives. Lock's career never fully recovered, and she often spoke of the pain and betrayal she felt from Eastwood's actions. For Eastwood, the legal battles brought unwanted negative publicity, and in the last few years, this situation got even worse because Clint Eastwood, throughout his long career, has often found himself at odds with critics and pundits, particularly due to his strong political views and the themes he explores in his films. Eastwood, a known conservative in a predominantly liberal Hollywood, has faced criticism for his outspoken views. Despite the negative reaction, Eastwood remained unapologetic, underscoring his independence from Hollywood's more liberal tendencies. Eastwood's films have also been a point of contention with critics and media figures who take issue with his portrayal of masculinity and American heroism. Movies like Gran Torino, American Sniper, and Dirty Harry have been praised for their craftsmanship, but have also been criticized for their perceived glorification of masculinity and their portrayal of morally ambiguous characters as heroes. Critics argue that Eastwood's work often reflects his own conservative ideals, sometimes at the expense of more nuanced or progressive narratives. This has led to a polarization in how his films are received, with some viewing them as reflections of outdated ideologies, while others see them as bold, unapologetic statements on complex issues. Despite the criticism, Eastwood has largely shrugged off the negative press, continuing to make films that reflect his vision and worldview. His approach to both his work and his public persona has been to remain true to his own beliefs, regardless of how they are received by critics or the media. Eastwood's longevity in the industry and his consistent output, even in the face of controversy, have cemented his status as a Hollywood legend. As of 2024, Clint Eastwood remains a highly respected figure in Hollywood, known for his incredible contributions to cinema as an actor, director, and producer. Despite being in his 90s, Eastwood continues to work, which has only added to his legendary status in the industry. His extensive body of work, spanning over 6 decades, commands admiration, even from those who may not align with his political views. While his conservative stance has often put him at odds with Hollywood's more liberal mainstream, his undeniable talent and the enduring impact of his films have secured him a place as one of the most influential filmmakers of all time. However, Eastwood's relationship with Hollywood is not without its tensions. While he is revered for his cinematic achievements, his political views and some of the themes in his films continue to spark controversy. He has never shied away from expressing his opinions, which has led to some conflicts, particularly with critics and pundits who disagree with his perspective. And Clint Eastwood's strong-willed and independent personality has led to numerous conflicts in Hollywood. Despite these clashes, Eastwood's legacy in Hollywood is largely intact, and he is celebrated for his unwavering dedication to his craft. In 2024, Clint Eastwood leads a life marked by simplicity, discipline, and a deep connection to his craft. Despite his advanced age, he remains active, balancing his time between his work in film and his personal pursuits. Eastwood continues to direct and occasionally act, approaching each project with the same dedication that has defined his career. He enjoys a quiet, private lifestyle, often spending time at his Carmel by the Sea home in California, where he relishes the natural beauty and tranquility of the area. Eastwood's routine is characterized by healthy living. He's known for his commitment to fitness, a balanced diet, and a mindful approach to life, all of which contribute to his remarkable longevity and continued influence in Hollywood. It's interesting to point out that when Joe Rogan has a very similar opinion about this topic. Joe Rogan has talked about the bad behavior he's seen in Hollywood. He says that in the 90s, some Hollywood stars were really arrogant. Rogan, who was on a TV show but wasn't a big star, noticed that some stars treated others like they were less important, often being very rude and dismissive. As Rogan said, he agrees with Eastwood because he saw many situations where stars would be unkind because they had power. But as soon as an important executive showed up, they would suddenly become friendly and charming. This kind of behavior was common, and some stars seemed to strive for it. Also, Joe Rogan has expressed admiration for Clint Eastwood on multiple occasions, particularly praising his longevity, work ethic, and contributions to the film industry. Rogan has highlighted Eastwood as a model of toughness and independence, often pointing to his ability to continue working and creating well into his 90s. And that's it for today.